Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Wiley Drake, and I'm broadcasting to you live right now from Southern California. Beautiful, sunshiny Southern California. For those of you folks back in the cold, I apologize, but I'm going to brag about our weather a little bit here. We got gorgeous weather. The skies are absolutely clear blue. The temperature probably is in the high 60s, maybe even all the way up to 70 by this point. But at any rate, we're broadcasting to you live. My name is Wiley Drake, and I'm here to broadcast to you the Congressional Prayer Conference of Washington, D.C. We're broadcasting on location from near our West Coast office. Our West Coast office is in Buena Park, California, and I'm a few miles away from there, just a few miles up the road a piece, so to speak, but I am a few miles away, and I am in the city of Fullerton, California, and we are at a complex here up on the hill, beautiful setting, but it's a place called North Justice Center. It's the courthouse for the county, one of the courthouses for the county of Orange. And we're here as amicus curiae, that is a friend of the court. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our case in just a minute, but before we go into that, we're going to be having a gentleman call us from north of here a little ways and be sharing with us a breaking news story. He'll bring that to us about what's going on in politics here in California, and we'll have him share that story in a little bit. I'll not belabor the point of that story right now because I want him to give the story and I want him to give the breaking news story on it as well, and he'll be calling in shortly to give that to us, and so stay tuned. In the meantime, let me give you some information. First of all, my name is Wiley. First name is Wiley, W-I-L-E-Y. Last name is Drake, D-R-A-K-E. And I am the host of the Wiley Drake Show here, broadcasting to you live on Congressional Prayer Conference of Washington, D.C.'s television and radio network. Our television network is basically from the point of view of Crusade Radio up in Northern California, and we thank you for listening. And I'm going to put that phone aside, and we will have another caller. I hope this doesn't get too loud when he calls in. I may be asked to leave the courthouse. I've been asked to leave the courthouse before when doing a live broadcast, but they do allow the use of cell phones, and that's what I'm broadcasting on, so I'm hoping that they will allow me to do this. They may say it's too disruptive. They may say I can't do this here, that I'll have to leave, and if I do, I'll not resist that. I'll not get in trouble. I will leave if they so encourage me to do so or force me to do so. In the meantime, let me give you some addresses, some emails and so forth, phone calls. The best place to find out about the Congressional Prayer Conference of Washington, D.C., the best place to do that would be to go to this website. Now, it's a long one, so get your pen ready. It's Congressional Prayer Conference. First of all, that's part of it. That's the first three words. Congressional Prayer Conference. And then you put in of, O-F, of Washington, D.C.org. So it's Congressional Prayer Conference of Washington, D.C.org. Now, there is a telephone number if you'd like to call. You cannot call that phone number right now, but I'll give you a 714 number that you can call, and then later I'll give you the 202 number for Washington. But the number to call in today, if you'd like to be on the show, is pick up your phone and call 712-432-1690. 712-432-1690. And when you put that call number in, it will ask you for your access code. The access code to join in is 399-430 pound. 399-430 pound. and you'll be connecting to us live. Now, we do have a correspondent on the ground north of here, and he's going to be calling in just a few minutes, probably about 2 or 3 minutes after the hour, or 5 minutes after the hour. He will call in and give us a breaking news story that you'll hear here only on the Wiley Drake Show right now. There is a siege, I understand, going on, but we'll have him talk more about that in a little bit when he comes on the line with us. Now, we are waiting for him. He will be coming on the line with us. We'll put him on speakerphone. If that gets too loud, I may have to mute the speakerphone, and if I do, you will not hear all of that report. You'll have to hear it later. But anyway, my name's Wiley Drake. If you'd like to call me at any time, my phone number is 714-865-8132. I gave you the Congressional Prayer Conference website. It's Congressional Prayer Conference of Washington, D.C.org. Now, if you'd like to email me, you'd like to send me a case. We're working on a case here. First of all, let me say to you, I'm not an attorney. I'm a pastor, and I'm an advocate, but I'm not an attorney. We fight all kinds of battles. We're going to be talking about some other court battles a little later on in the show, but right now we're waiting for this breaking news story that's going to be coming to us here in just a few moments. And we'll get his name, we'll get his contact number and everything, and he'll be able to give you that in just a few moments. But in the meantime, we're going to continue to broadcast here live as long as I'm allowed to do so. If they do ask me to discontinue, if they ask me to cease, then I will not get in trouble. I will go ahead and cease and leave the building. And so if you hear Wiley has left the building, I'm not trying to impersonate Elvis by leaving the building. If I leave the building, it will be because they have asked me to not continue my broadcast here. I will continue the broadcast as I leave, but I will leave the building if they so instruct me to do so. So hang on, stay with us. If you'd like to call and be on the show with us, you can call us at 712-432-1690. 712-432-1690. And we'd be more than happy to have you come on. Now, when you call that number, you'll have to put in your access code. The access code is 399430#. After we finish the breaking news story, I will tell you the story and the case that we're here to talk about. And that is, good morning and God bless you. Welcome to the Wiley Drake Show.
Good morning, Pastor Wiley. I just called in, actually. Yeah, we've got some exciting news going on here in Oregon. Some of your viewers may have heard on Monday that I filed, or maybe last Friday, that I filed a recall petition to recall our governor citing embezzlement and a failure to protect Oregon businesses, families, parents, and children. And with those statements, I was referring to the Kids for Cash program through forced adoptions through the Oregon Department of Human Services. Now, right now, our governor's house is surrounded by media and police, and he's refusing to come out. Yesterday, he ordered thousands of emails deleted off of his state computer. His two top aides. You there?
Yeah, go right ahead. We're listening to you. You're loud and clear.
Okay, I heard something in my phone. I had messages come in, I guess. But yesterday, his two top aides quit on him. His own party, the Oregon Democratic Party, the top leaders came out and told him that he should resign. This is after Secretary of State, who denied my recall petition, had to fly back from Washington, D.C., thinking that the governor was going to resign, and he apparently changed his mind, or that was never the case. Rumors can fly around the Capitol pretty quickly.
Now, before you go, Aaron, before you go any further, would you give us, this is the governor of Oregon now, right?
Governor John Kitzhaber.
What's his name, John?
John Kitzhaber, and he was just reelected to his fourth term ever with a small gap in his tenure.
Now spell
Now,
spell the last name for us, please.
Kitzhaber.
Do that one more time.
K is in Kilo, I is in India, T is in Tango, Z is in Zulu, H is in Hotel, A is in Alpha, B is in Bravo, E is in Echo, R is in Romeo. Governor John Kitzhaber.
All right. Thank you.
So we filed a petition that we were told could not be circulated because he's not been into his term 6 months. And Oregon's constitution was specific in its wording, saying he cannot be recalled until he's actually occupied the office 6 months, which he has occupied it for 4 years and 1 month. So I put in a constitutional challenge to revisit past case precedents under a new ruling that allows them to do this, which would be a state case here called State versus Wolf. Now we're asking right now for them to review this and push it forward quickly. Right now, if the governor does not resign, the only way for the Oregon Attorney General and the Secretary of State to get him out is to work together to approve my petition, which may be the fastest circling recall petition in U.S. history. So we're on the brink of some interesting goings on here. We've got media camped out at the Capitol, out front of the governor's house, and he's been invisible. Things are not looking good for him.
Well, brother, give our listening audience the spelling of your name and a contact area, either email or phone number, if they would like to communicate with you and pray with you and pray for you in this battle you're fighting. So give us your name and spell it, and then give us whatever information you'd like to give.
Hello.
Well, my name's Aaron Marcus, ArinMarcus, and I'm the director for Safer Oregon PAC, PAC. And you can find us at saferoregonpac.org or Safer Oregon PAC on Facebook. We are the drafters and introducers of a House bill called Owen Riley's Law, or Owen's Law for a Safer Oregon. And you can find Owen's Law for a Safer Oregon on Facebook, and that would be the House bill that's going to return due process and juries to Oregon parents. We just put out a nice little introductory video yesterday on our Facebook, or it can be found on YouTube under Safer Oregon PAC.
The
Public Defender's Office?
No, the city.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. We're talking about a case here we're working on at court, and this breaking news story. Aaron, thank you so much, Aaron, for sharing this with us. Anything else you'd like to share with our audience?
God bless, and God does wonderful things through us little people that keep at it.
All right, very good. Thank you so much, and God bless you, and thank you for sharing. Thank you for being a correspondent for the Wiley Drake Show and giving us this breaking news story about the Oregon governor and his house being inundated by media and police, and he's being asked to step down because he has violated the law over and over again, violating the law against people, and that's what we're fighting for. Thank you. Anything else you'd like to share?
Other than thank you for having me on the show, Pastor Wiley. I've got a lot of work to do, a lot of emails to send out. So God bless you and all your viewers.
Okay, and by the way, we'll be back on again at 5 o'clock tonight. Would you repeat this at 5?
Sure thing. I can come back on and bring in the updates that surface throughout the day.
Okay, bring us an update, because see, a lot of people will listen to my show today, but they're not be on until tonight. So at any rate, give us a call back about 2 or 3 minutes after 5. We'll be live on the Wiley Drake Show again, and you can share with us updates and so forth, okay?
Sure thing. I'll talk to you then. You have a great day.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, we're at the North Court Justice Center, and I am with my client, my sister in the Lord. Basically what transpired is I'm going to give you the case as simple as I can, and then I'm going to bring you some breaking news in reference to the case. Here's what happened. As a pastor and her mother, the pastor and her mother, Brenda Doherty, recommended to a young lady who is an Iraqi veteran injured, wounded, still has hearing problems, visual problems, post-traumatic stress. And so we counseled her to do due diligence and to use a process of therapy. That is, her mother and her pastor recommended she take a bike ride. Bicycle riding is very therapeutic. And so she was out riding her bicycle, not in the street because she's post-traumatic, she has sight problems. She was riding in a mall area, an industrial complex. She was riding in that, and the police department, the Gestapo police of Buena Park, stopped her, ripped her backpack from off her shoulders, dumped her backpack in the middle of the street, and said, "Where's the dope?" There was no dope. And so they decided they would charge her with a infraction. That is, they gave her a ticket for not having a bicycle license.
And then later switched it to a misdemeanor.
And then later we found out, here's this old court system that's so ragged and so stupid, they increased that citation because they wanted to get her for bigger things. They increased it to a criminal misdemeanor, which carried with it 6 months in jail and $1,000 fine. And so she said, "I'm going to fight that." So we went to court, and the judge even said on the record, this is in the record, folks, you can get it. The judge said, "You should just go to the police department and get a bike license, and they'll reduce it or they'll drop it." And we said no.
Nope.
Well, the reason we said no wasn't because we wanted to be obstinate, because here's the thing. She could not get a bike license for that bicycle because it's not her bicycle.
Correct.
It's her mother's bicycle that she had loaned her.
I just want to know
Now,
how good is their vision that they could see that from.
Here's what they decided. And so the judge said, "Well, if you just get a license, they'll probably drop the charges." Well, no, she couldn't get a license for 2 reasons. Number 1, it wasn't her bike. Number 2, she is a homeless veteran. She does not have an address, so she could not even file the paperwork for a license because she has no address. She is a resident of the First Southern Baptist Church Messianic Fellowship and Sanctuary. She has no address. So the judge, about a week and a half ago, said, "Okay, that means you're going to fight this, right?" And Patricia said yes. And so she's fighting it. Now, at that point, the judge said, "Okay, I'm going to set it for pretrial." That pretrial was set for today. I got here today. I looked on the board. There's no Patricia Daugherty on the board. Now,
And I triple-checked.
Now, wait a minute. I'm going to get up out of my seat, and I'm going to have Patricia sit down here, and she's going to talk to you about what else happened. So, Patricia, have a seat there. Get yourself on camera so they can see you.
Okay.
And there you go. Now, so you came to court today. The judge told you to come here for a pretrial. What happened today? Tell our audience.
Well, I looked on the docket and my name wasn't on there, so of course I had to double check because I didn't believe it. And so I went over to the I believe it would be right down the way, the
Public Defender's Office?
District Attorney's Office, yeah. And she told me that my case no longer existed. And they had completely dropped it, and I can't decide if I'm happy or if I'm sad because I wanted me to be an example for other veterans that have brain injuries or have problems with PTSD. Like, it's not okay for an officer to sit there and harass you and make you feel like a criminal when you're just being you, the only way that you know how. And I wanted other veterans, I want to reach out to them and let them know that, we'll stand by your side if this happens to you. No, she said there was no paperwork.
I want the pastor to go in there to have some proof because I don't want them to come back at you at all.
Yeah, okay, so we want to go back over there and find out. I'm going to go back in and check that.
So, thank you very much, Pastor, for staying by my side. Mom, you too.
Well, one thing about knowing the criminals and stuff is I was once one, so I kind of know that they can't do some of the stuff that they do.
Yeah.
And
I just,
yeah.
I don't think it's right for them to harass people. If they have a
Especially
brain.
veterans.
I've declared it right away, Pastor, because I You know, I wanted to be clear with them, like, look, please stop shining the light in my face. It's like I have a brain injury. It's not going to work. And they just kept going and harassing me, and that's what they wanted to do. That's all. They were bored, you know.
Yeah.
I just.
All right, hop up a minute. Let me sit down. Let me talk to the audience, and then as soon as we finish up here, we're going to go back over there because, as your pastor, I want to know. They've taken it off the docket, but I want to know that it's not going to come back, and we want to know and get
So
assurance.
Like the
I
other
can
one.
get a printout out from over there in the line, the huge long line. That is where I would have to wait in order to get some sort of printout. But I did talk to the lady in the in that office over there, and she said that if I wanted that, I would have to go over there. But she can verify it for you guys if you need to.
Okay, well, I tell you what we're going to do. Let's do this. Let's continue our broadcast. We're live on the air, and the worst they can do is kick me out of the building. Okay, here's what we're going to do, folks. We're
We're
going
gonna
to,
go to DA.
where do we need to go to?
We're gonna go there and have them say that for the record with your camera.
We need that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take the show on the road. We're on the road again. We're going to take it.
Attorney's office is actually just right here.
We're going to take it on the road. Now I tell you what we're going to do, folks. We're going to go over here. Is it? Okay.
And tell him who he is.
No, I just tell them I'm a pastor, and I need to know what's going on. Good
I
morning.
just wanted to verify when, like, that you looked up my records and that there was nothing there.
Because, see, they've done some of this kind of crazy stuff before. I'm her pastor, okay? I'm here at Amicus Curiae, and she says that her name's not on the list, but we need to know that the case has been dropped or what's...
I gave her a paper, right?
No.
No.
Oh, I didn't give you one because it's a traffic case.
Right, yeah, it's a
But
misdemeanor.
if they raise it to a misdemeanor and now they've just dropped it?
Yeah.
Okay, but can we get something, we need something in print, we need something in writing, because she goes to Buena Park today, they're gonna say,
Yeah, that's the thing. See, we never got any paperwork on her. They dismissed the case at the traffic department.
Seriously? Yeah? Because I have, like, the minute order right here and everything, like, for pretrial and everything.
No,
Because...
'cause what?
it was set for
Here, let me give you
pretrial.
the paperwork.
Did you just get this from them?
No.
No, this is everything that I have right here,
A
ma'am.
week ago, the judge set it for pretrial today. A criminal misdemeanor.
Oh. Apparently you need to see the city attorney. Buena Park city attorney is the one that's handling it, or
Okay.
handled it.
And who is that? What's his name?
I have no idea. It's Buena Park city attorney. They're not affiliated with us.
Okay.
That has to do with the city. So I would imagine you go back to Buena Park and go to the city attorney's office.
Okay,
And they
but
can give you something. If that's where it happened.
Okay, but now what are
Buena
you
Park
sure?
city attorney. You have to go to Buena Park city attorney.
where is
Okay.
that located?
I don't know if
It's
they're
in
in
Buena
this
Park.
building or if it's in Buena Park. I have no idea.
Does anybody have that
You could
in
probably
city?
ask the deputies up front if there's any, anyone here from Buena Park City Attorney. If not, then you would have to go back to Buena Park, obviously.
Okay,
Okay?
all right,
Supervisors in here?
very good.
Give you
just wanna-
something pertaining to that.
Okay, so she's gonna have to go to Buena Park City Attorney and find out what they did with the case.
Right.
But how can this court had her on the pretrial docket?
I've been on the docket.
They must have dropped it and just said, never mind. I don't know. You'd have to talk to the city attorney and find out what they did.
Okay, does anybody have his card still, that city attorney that we spoke to when we were here?
Oh, you mean the,
The
Yeah.
public defender?
Public defender.
He would
No.
probably be the one that would,
yeah, let's go back, he's usually over around 4, let's go
I
over and
didn't
see if
even
he,
see him.
you didn't see him over
No,
there.
I double checked.
And I don't have his card either.
Yeah, you're the pastor.
I'm okay, thank you.
had nothing on there.
Thank you, ma'am.
Well, they evidently dropped it, but we don't want to assume that.
Yes, so,
Should we go back to N4? and see if that guy's over there?
They're in session already. And so, and that guy just keeps telling us to sit down and be quiet, that he won't actually acknowledge our presence or anything like that. So.
Where's this?
In N4. And we already checked N9 too, just to double check, and my name wasn't on there either.
Yeah, no, it's not on the board anywhere. So they've just dropped it, but somehow see, the point of it is, Buena Park can still harass you if you don't have something that shows that was dropped.
Well.
And so you need something from the court. It was set for pre-trial. See, that's the way this crazy system is so
Maybe we should
screwed
go
up.
over to the long line and yes.
You need to get in line. I know it's a pain in the neck.
It just hurts. That's all my legs that kill me every day.
What thing hurts for you?
Oh my goodness. Mom, you are not taking no turns. You're already.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're broadcasting to you live still from the courthouse with Patricia Daugherty. It appears the case has been dropped, but we're not sure of that. But it appears the case has been dropped. And we're going to continue to broadcast here unless somebody tells me I can't. But when we get down here, I'll be a little quieter. But we need to find out somebody that can tell us, where did they tell you to go to get the paper?
See that line over there?
That line right there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, let's just get in line and do it.
You would think they would have a map.
So apparently there was a that over there on Newport and Orange Farm. So we got rerouted. I saw it on the news, thank God, before we even got here.
Oh, yeah. Okay, this is the long line you got to get in here, right? Yeah, get in line. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're broadcasting to you live, and I've been kicked out of this courthouse before, been arrested in this courthouse before for doing this, so y'all pray for me that I don't get in trouble. But I'm just going to keep rolling here, and what we're going to do is we're going to wait in line to try to find out something official that she can get a piece of paper that says the case has been dropped. And the other lady said you'd have to go get that from the city attorney or whatever, and that's okay too, but you need to check here and find out. You were, and when you get there, you tell them you showed up here for a pre-trial, and you want to know what to do. Yeah, don't you? I don't know.
I forgot that guy's name. I was having to go up there and ask. I know what he looks like. That's all I remember.
Before he was sort of working out of 4, wasn't he?
Yeah. But I mean, I'll go because they can't tell you to sit down unless the judge is inside there. You don't do that. You want to walk up there with me, Mark, or not?
Sure.
Mark, make sure that man doesn't tell you to sit down one more time.
I know, right? I know. I'll find out for sure.
If you get arrested, Mom, I got your back. Bastard, you're smiling.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're broadcasting to you live from the North Justice Center, and we're going to continue to stay here with Patricia until she finds out. All she found out so far basically is that the case is not on the docket anymore, and that's why she needs something in writing.
Another case number.
Ladies and gentlemen, there'll be moments of silence because I'm not going to be talking. I want to not get in trouble if I can keep from it. They find out I'm broadcasting, they'll kick me out of here. It's okay. I've been kicked out of better places than this.
The White House?
I've been kicked out of the White House.
You got arrested on the White House.
Yeah, several times. But I've been kicked out of here for broadcasting too. But I said, I'm just using my cell phone.
You should have heard
What about
Mom the day you did get arrested. Boy, she was mad. Yeah, I was sitting there thinking about it today or this morning, and I was like, why am I really doing this? You know, what's the reason behind this? And it's like, you know, accepted it and, you know,
Yeah.
walked away. But like, for me, it was more like big. It's more like,
It's so right. In fact, Maggie, you need to pray about this whole thing about what to do, because in all honesty,
Are they pretty nicer?
Everybody
I think you'll contact them also.
absolutely, yeah, because when you really have to feel like I prayed about it this morning.
And we'll get together with Stephen Davis. He's not an attorney, but he used to be, and he went to jail. That's how he lost his license. But he has an attorney, and we'll check with him and see if he has a Russian attorney,
Oh no.
Boris.
They're very direct.
Yeah, and so anyway, what we'll do is we'll talk to him and see if you have a case, civil rights violation case.
It starts from when they ripped my backpack off.
Yep.
And when the cop was showing the light in my eyes and trying to convince me that I was hiding, and I was like, can you? I looked at the officer and I said, can you please stop? And I was I'm an intelligent woman and I know what you're trying to do. I was like, so let's cut to this, point, you know. What's the whole point behind this? And he kind of stuttered and looked at me and was like, I could arrest you right now. And I said,
They always say that.
Tell me what I got arrested. Like, why am I being stopped in the first place? I was like, because I explained to you that the reason I turned around, like, suspicion went out the window. You know, because I wasn't being suspicious. I was afraid because I'm blind without my glasses.
Yeah.
I have PTSD. I couldn't see that cop in my life. So I almost ran into it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we need your prayers. Patricia needs your prayers to know what to do in reference to getting the paperwork here that says it's dropped. Because we want to put something out. We want to put a press release out that says it's officially dropped. It's just that you say it or I say it doesn't mean anything. We need a piece of paper that says the case has been dropped, whatever they did.
I just want every veteran to not be afraid to stand up for
Yeah.
themselves, you know?
And this is an opportunity to say to veterans, okay, because I'm sure there's some veterans that had the same thing happen to them. And we need to stand up for the vets.
Not only for veterans, just for the people in the community, like, anybody has a right to an opinion, it would be me, you know?
Yeah.
I've spent my entire adult life on active duty, and I know the leadership and I know the leadership, and I've watched these people closely, and they're really bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're not for the people, they're out to get them. And people are afraid of them.
Well, and they need to not just be able to say, okay, we're going to just drop it and walk away from it. They need to know that their officers were out of line.
Absolutely.
In fact, I'm going to city council meeting next week
I'm going with it.
and present the thing.
I'll point that officer out. Honestly, he disrespected me.
And I'm gonna tell them that I'm gonna recommend to you that if they do not discipline those officers for the way they treated you, then I'm gonna recommend that you get an attorney and bring a lawsuit against the city.
And that guy looked at me and said to me, he was like, you probably just got 10% hearing. And I said, actually, sir, I'm 80% probably just have combat better, you know. I'm serving my country hard. I got medically retired. I didn't have a choice, you know. And he kind of like looked at me afterwards, and, you know, he didn't back down. You know?
Well, they need to know that they can't get away with this kind of crap.
Exactly. These poor people out there on the streets, they're harassing every day, you know, instead of helping. Like, they should be working with you. Like,
Yeah.
there's no other person like you.
Well, in all honesty, most of the police in Buena Park do work with us. Most of them are good guys and good gals. It's a handful of the bad ones that are
Poison, though.
Yeah. And that's the
It
ones
was those bad guys that were out to get you that,
Yep.
immediately just
And the fact of the matter is, on the 18th, they're coming to inspect us, code enforcement, the chief of police and all that, and let them. And
I'll be painting the building.
that's right. In fact, I'll
If
let
you
you
need
know.
hands, let me know.
Yeah, I do. I want you to be there.
Okay, absolutely.
When they show up, I want you to be there because you're not only a client of our sanctuary, but you're a worker there, and you need to be there for that meeting. It'll be on, I believe it's on Tuesday morning of next week, but there's a church at 8 o'clock. And, yeah, so we'll find it. And I'll have you on, if you're available, I'll have you on tonight again too. We'll do a show live from the church.
Yeah, I got nothing but time these days. So. I realize I could set some priorities aside. Work on what's important.
Well, the police departments need to know they have to do things right, not just the way they want to.
Exactly. I mean, literally, these officers look at me and we can work hard because we can do what we want.
Yeah.
That's no excuse.
That's exactly right.
She was like, sending my arm, and I said, no, please stop. And she kept doing it, and I was like, no, if you do it one more time, I'm not going to be responsible for what I
Yeah. Now, there were two police officers.
There was actually 4.
Okay, but the two that basically get with you, 2 men or a man and woman? 2 men. Okay.
Yeah, there was no female there.
No female there. Okay, and they took the backpack off of you. A man took the backpack off
Yes,
of
he
you.
ripped it off of me.
Okay. All right, great. Thank you very
One
much.
guy attempted to do a field sobriety test, but he wasn't doing it for that purpose. He was doing it to just, use me for.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think you got a case. I think you got a case in the city of Winter Park. They need to pay for it.
Yeah, they need to be accountable for their actions just like everybody else.
That's right.
If they're going to arrest you for housing too many homeless people, why not be accountable for their own actions?
That's right. Amen.
Because just because they're the police don't mean they can do anything. Just like I was a soldier, didn't mean I could do anything.
Yeah.
There was still junior convention.
No, that's right. That's right. You got to do what's right.
Exactly. That's why they're giving those badges.
Yeah, that's right.
People shouldn't have been respect, They shouldn't be them. Another case for you, by the way.
What's that?
With my brother.
Okay.
Was literally walking beside me, and they separated, and he went straight, and he got pulled over. The cop gave him a ticket for literally ashes on the side. Ashing, not bring a cigarette down, nothing else but ashing. This was after he was already.
Well, we'll sit down and talk about it and see what we can do.
I mean, it just seems like they're just going.
They're doing too much of that nonsense.
Then I told him, I said, don't worry about this. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't disrespect them. I was sitting there watching you. The cop was following him, like literally harassing him in the car, following him. Our guy was just trying to walk away. He didn't do anything wrong.
Okay, we're gonna go to comment at 9.
And that?
All right, well, all right.
Yeah, I registered yesterday both programs. I thought it said 213 per judge.
And see the way they're doing it. They didn't have enough nerve to call you. They didn't have enough to do anything and say, okay, you don't have to come to court today. That's a violation of your rights too. They should have called you and said, okay, it's going to be dropped, so you don't have to come.
There's really no checking.
It's just like in the business where you want people to notify you.
Yeah.
have a county community.
Yeah, it's the real deal.
It's something that I think the police might
They just took your name off the board.
Yeah. I think the police
Ridiculous.
like to be trained for veterans
Yeah.
specifically. And that's something that they just need to do. I don't know how.
Yeah, it's not.
Just kind of makes me hungry a little because the long days. My class is faster. Oh, my class. I know it was on the train too. Thank God they had good airlines. I didn't see you.
So where did
Hi, how's it
you,
going?
where did you go, where did you find out that you didn't have to be there today?
I forgot I had it.
I originally just looked at the docket.
It was in my old work
And
truck.
then once I looked at the docket, I
I made
remember
arrangements.
when the first time I came about.
Yeah, I made arrangements in my
the small room over there, where they handle specifically misdemeanors on that. And so I had to go talk to her, and she told me I wasn't in the system at all, and she had never even received anything like that. Then I showed up in the other and stuff.
Yeah, I went yesterday.
See what I remember.
But how did you know you weren't on the dock? Just by looking at the board, right?
Oh, what was that?
How did you know you weren't gonna go to court today? Except for the fact that it just wasn't on the list.
I had to go and speak to that, sleeping door over there.
Where we were at, which one?
Yeah, that
And they
officer.
said, no, it's been dropped.
Yep, but then she said, she worded her words differently when you were in the office than when she spoke to me, because she was only reviewing to me. She basically told me, this is not my department, you need to go, I'm not gonna print this out for you, is what she said. She had the capability to do so, but she chose not to.
Because I guarantee you, the fact that you were arrested and the fact that you were cited is still on the Bryan Park Police road.
Oh, of course. I mean, they even have me as the information of I know, and I was like, he respects her. I feel back to doing my entire adult life. I was like, oh, okay. I know. And that was from the Western Hospital.
Okay.
And I was like wondering why they just kept doing it. It was a weird, like,
All right, thank you so much for it. Thank you.
it's probably
Appreciate it. Bye-bye.
right there. It's really just like, they could just put anything in those reports. You know?
Sure.
And people, I mean, the victims,
Yeah, they can do it any way they want
they
to.
have that power to do that, you know.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, right? And nobody's watching.
Well, I think you ought to pray about it and think about it and do a damage lawsuit.
Because like, I just saw on valuable time that I could be spending on my mom. And it's just like,
And it wouldn't hurt to get a few bucks out of that.
it would go right back to the house. I know that much. That would be like so refunding for helping people in my
Yeah.
area.
Excuse me, are you on live?
That's the only thing that makes me happy. It's fortunate.
I don't know.
You know, people can use single thing.
Yeah, because you need something to show, when you get back to Buena Park and they stop you and say, well,
Oh, I know.
you need a piece of paper to show them.
I cannot tell you how much they've been following me the last 4 days. I mean, it's ridiculous. I laser them.
Good deal. That's the way to do it.
I'm watching with you.
Hmm?
Yeah, it's today.
You don't know if you can counter something in the previous period?
I'm gonna find out.
He still has enough time to try to smile on my face. He still has enough time to try to smile on my face. He says he knows that they will later on that day.
Well, basically what I'm going to do at the next city council meeting, I'm going to give, publicly, I'm going to give pastoral advice to my client and ask her to pursue legal steps against the city for their mistreatment.
The way they treat me, they need to do something about it. Because I don't want anyone to feel like
I agree.
I mean, seriously, it was not only demoralizing, it like made me feel like I was a bad person.
Yeah.
After everything that I've done for my country.
Yeah.
And I didn't even want anything from it,
Yeah.
I was ready anything would happen.
Right.
And I was shut, I maintained my, I'm actually pretty good about it. I'm not gonna have any disrespect.
No, that's ridiculous.
I'll admit when I'm wrong, trust me, I have integrity.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought the most in life is integrity. I want to be able to lay my head down at night and know that I'm okay with myself,
Yep. Amen.
I'm not talking about.
Yep. Well, and like I said, it's ridiculous because there were 3 things there. Number one is that you couldn't have gotten a license if you wanted to.
That's correct.
Because you don't have an address. And you don't have that, and even if you lied about that and wrote it down, then you'd be lying because you'd be saying it's your bike and it wasn't your bike.
Right, and see, like they didn't even check them. Actually, they didn't do the proper procedures that you would do in a legit shop. And I'm sorry, but Pastor, can you tell someone that's driving by that they have a license? That's possible.
No.
You can't just point out and go, oh, that guy doesn't have a license. Right? So how would they do that to you?
It's absolute mistreatment of anyone, and especially of a veteran.
Had to pull that one out of their butts. I'm sorry, but they did.
Yeah.
Because they thought about it to poor of these geniuses to sit there and decide what they were going to be able to do.
Well, see, and I tell you, the attorney knows that they're in trouble.
Yeah.
That's why they dropped it. They think if they drop it, you'll go away, but you ain't going away.
No, sir.
And I'm going to recommend that you don't go away.
I'm
That
not
you
going
take it back
to
to court.
because it's serious matters. Like, the rating, there's reason for the way that they treat people, especially veterans who have situations for more.
Yeah, amen.
We have certified treatment. I don't think that's fair, like, to be treated so inhumanely.
Treated like trash because you're homeless and because you were injured.
I'm not a bad person for being homeless. I would be down on my luck, but I know what I am.
That's right. That's right.
I know what I am. I know that I defied odds. I was in the line, I mean, not many females get to say that,
Yeah. Get that minute, that last minute order out you have so you can have it.
It's all in the fridge, actually, before the get so. I have no problem knowing when I'm wrong, but I was.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
It's my ticket. She's trying to pay it, and I give her those containers.
Pre-trial is set 1:30, that was before. Right?
Yes.
The pre-trial was set today. You need to know that that's been dropped. You need to have something in writing if you can show the police because they're watching you and they're going to continue to watch. And they're not going to arrest you again because
And that's okay. I'll keep smiling on my face and I'll be respectful just like I was before.
That's right.
Because I have you in the back of my head saying that. But I'm going to turn the other cheek to them.
Amen.
The Lord has my back. Plus, I don't scare me seniors.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so those are some.
Yeah, usually pay them online, but the reason why she's not able to pay is because it shows it's zero balance.
It's showing a zero balance.
There was a check received.
This is for the, the same case that I was just talking about. Same case number.
Yeah. Amen.
I cannot wait to put you back.
Okay. So because this one is, it's in the, this is 15 and M, 12 and M. So apparently you have to mention what the other time, so you guys, you know,
Still playing for me and there's 25 bad chests in the day. So he just like sent me on a trip once out. So it's like I never missed a day in my life. It happened all of a sudden. Bad person.
Unbelievable the way they're treating people.
Oh yeah. I don't know, I just have this like thing where it's like, honestly, in the military, you don't get my
Public defender. He's checking his system.
Okay, cool. Well, we're gonna just get a quick.
You found a public defender?
She found the public defender.
What's his name, you know?
I can't remember his name. Okay. I can't remember his name.
Looks like Jesus.
Where was he, around there?
N17.
She even find him. That woman is dedicated.
Okay, yeah.
Went to N4 and the bailiff checked, called, said, okay, he's in N17.
Oh, okay, good. Good. Appreciate you
Can you
guys
come and sit
taking.
down one more time?
Well, the bailiff didn't know. He walked in, but the DAs and that was out of there. He just looked, you got a question? I'm like,
I was thinking him when I said one more time.
Yeah.
Tell my mom to sit down when she didn't want him.
checks, his records. It's possible they did just show this.
She's like, what do I pay him for? Monopoly money.
Yeah, I think you ought to very seriously think about bringing a lawsuit against the city.
I don't know. And I have,
The police
that's what I
department.
was like kind of getting recording. I was really thinking about it for my dog. Okay, thank you. I want to be in America, more specifically, I want California. We're at veterans, highest violation of veterans, constitution of veterans.
Yeah.
We also have the highest concentration of homeless veterans.
That's right, exactly.
In the United States, that's 100,000 veterans, 8,000 homeless veterans.
Something needs to be done about
We
that.
need somebody to advocate, stand up for these people.
Well, and that's what we're going to do. And the only thing they're going to understand is money. That's all they understand.
Well, they're going to understand something different. It's about time somebody says something.
Yeah.
Oh, the difference between me and the other Joe is I'm not afraid.
The other part of the case is that the mayor himself said, I'll pay the ticket. So
Yep.
he knew it was wrong.
Yep.
And the council
had people
lady
apologizing,
said,
yeah.
the council lady said, I'll pay the ticket. So she knew it was wrong.
Yep.
And we know it's wrong, but the city has not admitted that it's wrong. All they've done is, quote, drop the case. And they shouldn't be able to get away with it. They should have to pay.
Okay, so the reason why you probably not doing it online is because you have to advertise and get it certified and we're now
Saying that I was here today because I'm not on the docket.
She had a pretrial hearing today, okay? And she showed up and she's not even on the docket. And they say they've dropped the case, but Buena Park police are still harassing her. She needs a piece of paper that says the case has been dropped or whatever.
I have the case number right here, ma'am.
Because they're still watching her in Buena Park, and she goes back to Buena Park, says they dropped it. They're not going to believe her. She needs a piece of paper that says it's been dropped.
That's my word against theirs.
$300 if you don't give me to this phone.
Thank you so much.
Okay, let's see, what is it? Wait, let's see what it says. Motion by people to this case in the interest of justice. Motion granted cases. That's good. Thank you very much. God bless you. Have a great day. All right,
you very much.
let's go find Mom. And we'll show that on the TV show tonight. In fact, we'll show it on TV show right now. Where's your mother? Where's Brenda? Never can find her.
I know. She's probably upstairs. I bet you anything she's upstairs, Pastor.
All right, well, let's, folks, we're still broadcasting to you live. I haven't been kicked out of the courthouse yet. And
People to dismiss case in the interest of justice.
in the interest of justice. That's exactly what they said to me when they dropped those 6 charges that we found were bogus. They said, in the interest of justice. Yeah. All right. See, we're gonna run to this thing. I love it when the Lord brings a plan together.
Where did she say she was by?
I don't know. Hang on a minute. Let me.
Yeah, pretty much, but it's all done now. I pretty much done.
I think she said N14 was where she was at. Okay, Mom, there's a mark. There she is.
Find her.
You know where I am, but I would have just loved to hear them in court. Just
Okay, let's get right over here at this window and finish up this show. Come on, let's do it right here. All right. There's a criminal.
Hi.
And there's a criminal's mother. All right. Now, we just got out of the office. She's got a piece of paper in her hand. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard about this story, but I want her right now to read what this says. Just start at the top and just read this whole. Just go right down the list.
Hearing held on the 2nd of this February 2015 at 8:30 a.m. in the Department N9 for pretrial. Judicial Officer Glenn Mahaler, Judge, and then the clerk is C.E. Garcia, and the bailiff was Tamio. People represented by Greg Palmer, Deputy City Attorney, present.
That's the guy that prosecuted me, Greg Palmer. He's the guy that said homeless people are like stray cats.
No wonder.
That's what he said.
Case advanced on calendar to this date. Pretrial on 2/13/2015 at 8:30 a.m. and N9 is vacated. Sentence recommendation for terminal disposition filed. Motion by the people to dismiss case in the interest of justice. Motion granted. Case dismissed pursuant to Penal Code 1385, furtherance of justice.
All right. So the case has been dropped,
Yes.
and we'll be talking about this on the 5 o'clock show tonight. So I want you two ladies to be on the show tonight with me, and we'll talk about it again.
You've heard
We'll
I had
talk
the
about
flu, right?
Yeah, that's all right. Well, we'll get you over there anyway. We'll get you in and out.
Oh my gosh.
And,
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, another victory for Jesus and the good guys
Yes.
and the good gals.
Well, you know that old song is I fought the law and the law won.
Oh my
Well, this
God.
time, I fought the law and we won.
We fought the law and we won, and we're going to go from here. Ladies and gentlemen.
Next stop is to go to that city council meeting and
That's right, and let them know. Let them know. We'll do that next week. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Wiley Drake Show. We're live at the North Justice Center, and justice has been done today because the case has been dropped. Quote, in the interest of justice. So, good day. God bless you. We'll be back at 5.